Hi everybody, welcome back to Simple and Delicious. My name is Jessica and today I'm going to do a fun video for you guys. I have a friend who cleans professionally and I thought it would be fun to do a comparison video on how she would clean something and how I would clean it, and maybe she can give us a few tips and tricks and show us a few products that she uses. So I thought the number one dirtiest place in my house is the bathroom. I have two full baths, 1 half bath in my house, and my half bath downstairs definitely gets the most use because of my students and stuff. So that's the one we're gonna use today. So I thought I would go through and just do a comparison and show you guys the difference between a professional cleaner and a good old home fashion cleaner like me. So I will introduce you to her and we'll get started with this video. I hope you guys enjoy. Here are a few products that I use. This is the Lime and Rust Lysol toilet bowl cleaner. My water here is very, very harsh and very hard. It has a lot of minerals, so I like to use something like this. I've also talked about the tabs that I put in my toilet bowl. I'll try to leave a link to that video down below, but I use a tab in my toilet bowl to help with the minerals and it's not harmful to pets. So I actually buy those at Menards, so I'll try to leave a link to those down below. I'm going to use good old-fashioned paper towels. I also use, sometimes I use regular like rags, but I don't have any handy, so I'm just going to use paper towels. This is my Method all-purpose cleaner. I'm going to use that for the mirror and to wipe down the sink. And then this is another toilet brush. Disgusting, that I use for the inside of the toilet. And then I have my regular toilet brush here. I usually wipe off the window. That's just what I do every single time I clean the bathroom. And then I dust off the pictures. And that's pretty much it. So usually my method is I would start with the mirror first, do the pictures, do the window, wipe off the window seal, and then I would go over here and do the sink, and then I would do the toilet. So I'm gonna ask Amy what she would normally do, and then we'll work together. So Amy, what would you normally do? So this is Amy, everyone.
Hello.
We've been friends forever, and she does this professionally, and so I thought it would be fun to add her to this video just to get a different perspective. But you're gonna show us a really cool product that you use.
Well, yeah, I am. So we've recently started using a product called Norwex.
Show them how big it is.
This is their basic set right here. This is a very standard set. So this is called the Norwex Enviro Rag or Enviro Cloth.
And I would say this is a little bigger than a washcloth, don't you think?
Yes.
So this is probably the size of like a larger microfiber cloth, but not as big as a hand towel.
No.
Yeah.
And then this is called the window cloth. And these have become very, very handy. So the Enviro Cloth, all you have to use with these is water, no chemicals or anything like that, because it has it built into the rag. So
my understanding is it has like metal,
like
is that
a
right?
silver,
Or a silver in the fibers, so that stays even after you wash them, which is so cool.
And it's a very tight weave microfiber. So all you have to use with this is water. So all I do is I get it wet and I can use it to wipe any of my surfaces, and you can even use it on the mirror. So you wipe the mirror down with the Enviro Cloth and then you go back and polish or dry it with the window cloth.
This feels more like the microfiber cloths that we're used to using, and I hate using microfiber on mirrors, like the cheap microfiber, because I found that it pushes dust and leaves it on the mirror. This does not do that. And I had talked to someone about that recently on YouTube because they had posted a video and they said, I don't understand what the big deal is with the microfiber. It doesn't work for me. And I said, I feel the same way. I feel like it pushes the dust rather than collecting it. Maybe I'm using a cheaper microfiber cloth, maybe, I don't know. But this does not do that. This does not do that.
No, this literally, it collects all the dust, traps it in there, and then when you go to clean these, you can actually see how much dust you really collected.
And by the way, this is not paid or sponsored by Norwex.
No.
This is pure our personal opinion and the fact that
this is just something that we found. I've used other brands. There are some other brands that work, but these definitely work the best.
Okay, so in my bathroom, what would be the first thing that you do?
If I'm using my Norwex rags, I would start with the mirror just because that way I don't have a lot of stuff on my...
Okay, let's go ahead and do that.
Okay, I just start by getting my rag wet with hot water, wring it out really well,
And at my house, you don't have to worry about hot water.
No, it gets very hot.
We just bought a new hot water heater and I'm constantly burning myself, even though we've turned it down.
So you literally just wipe the window down with this wet rag.
So cool, okay. And this is just normal, like you're wiping down. Nothing
That's all you
special.
have to do. No, and then you take your purple window cloth and you go back over it.
If you guys can see, that was a smudge. It just got that big old smudge. I have a lot of sticky fingers that go on this window too, so a lot of sticky germy fingers in this bathroom. I am a music teacher and I have a lot of kids that use this bathroom, so it has its good. It has its use, I'm telling you.
And that's all you have
so
to
like
do.
for the window, you would do the same thing.
You do the same thing on the window. And as a side note, these work wonderful on glass shower doors.
Ooh, interesting.
Now we have occasionally used like a natural product. We don't use any chemicals with these rags, but you can use like vinegar water.
Uh-huh.
So we do.
Like you have something really, really dirty or grimy.
A lot of times on our showers, we'll use vinegar water, and then you can still use these rags. The rest of that.
So like for dusting, can you just use the dry one
yes,
to go
you
over?
can.
Okay.
And they also make a product that I don't have with me called a dusting mitt.
Uh-huh.
And it's a
I've
mitt
seen
that goes on
yes.
it. And you just literally, it's a microfiber mitt that you can dust with.
Very cool.
Very easy to use. So I would just go ahead and do the sink and get it washed off.
And isn't it true that the rags kill, like, I forget what percentage of germs?
It's
like
extremely, yes,
yeah.
they're antibacterial, and the ones that you know are antibacterial are the ones that actually say back lock on them, and they have the antibacterial built into the rag.
That's so cool. So cool.
I think they even do a fairly good job shining.
Yeah, I can see that right now because with my hard water, now this, if you guys notice, I actually did a video on this about using vinegar. Every so often, I just soak some paper towels in vinegar and then I totally cover my entire faucet with vinegar towels and just leave it. This is definitely needing it right now, and so I will plan to do that soon. But that's how I get the residue off of my stainless steel, because that's really the only thing that'll get it off is just straight vinegar.
And we've actually done that with customers.
And it works, it does.
So then when you just dry it off,
but that actually does a really good job.
It shines it really
so,
well.
Yeah.
So we just wipe it all down.
It blows my mind. These rags are amazing.
They're not the cheapest product, but you can reuse them and you don't have to keep buying chemicals and cleaning products.
So you're, in the long run, you will save money, and it's better for the environment, and it's better not to have all the chemicals in your house for sure.
So I think it does a pretty good job.
Very good. Okay, so the long dreaded toilet. So the way I would normally clean a toilet is when I first would come in here, which I did not do. Normally I go ahead and just, swish my toilet with my toilet bowl cleaner, let it set while I'm doing everything else. And then usually I either use disposable wipes or I just use my spray and just use paper towels. Sometimes I use rags. It just depends what I have handy. So that's basically what I would do.
We would typically do something similar. We would go ahead and put the toilet bowl cleaner in and let it sit while we're cleaning other areas of the bathroom, and then come back and clean that. Now typically we have more than one rag, so we would use
a different one.
So
you can go ahead and
rag.
use my paper towels because I don't want you to dirty your rag with my.
Yeah, we have a whole bag of rags that we use. It doesn't look that dirty today.
Yeah. That's my extra brush if I really have some grime, because sometimes the toilet brush does not get it all, unfortunately.
Sometimes it gets built up around the edge of the toilet.
I'll be honest, I used to use the Lysol with bleach. I've used Lysol brand pretty much from the beginning. But I used to use Lysol brand with bleach, and I switched to this lime and rust. I really honestly haven't noticed much difference. I don't really think there's much difference.
Now I will say we clean a lot with vinegar water or the like the Lysol antibacterial.
And the all-purpose cleaner that you dilute.
And a lot of times that's what we use. We use a lot of vinegar water because it's inexpensive, it's more natural, and it is a disinfectant as well, which is nice.
And my husband complains about vinegar because I use vinegar a lot for my floors and stuff. honestly, the smell dissipates.
It really does.
Dissipates in minutes. So if you just give it a few minutes, do it before your husband gets home from work if you can, or before your kids get off the school bus. They will not smell it. The smell dissipates so fast. I love vinegar personally, so the smell does not bother me.
It's also something that you usually have on hand, so it's an easy thing to clean with.
Yeah, especially if you don't have anything else on hand. Now here's a really funny question. If this was someone else's house, would you be using gloves?
No.
I don't use gloves to clean either.
I very rarely use gloves.
And I don't know why, but I do not like using gloves to clean. And I know it's so bad for my skin, especially, you know, we live in a very dry climate in the winter. So we're already like suffering from having dry skin. But I hate using gloves to clean.
I rarely use gloves.
I know, like, we clean our church sometimes, and I do not use gloves, and I know I should, but
I occasionally will if I feel like, you know, it's a different...
Yeah.
You know, if I'm really getting into something, or if I feel like there's a lot of potential germs. But for the most part, no, I do not use gloves.
Okay, so toy latte is clean.
Yep.
Okay, so now what I would normally do when I come in here, my floor's not dirty because I just did it actually a couple of days ago. Well, I usually take up my rugs, of course, and I would do my floors after I do this. My entryway is right here by my bathroom, so I normally would do the entryway and the bathroom together. It's really interesting to watch someone else clean because everybody cleans differently, and there's always tips and tricks that you don't think of, especially in your own home. Like, I've watched cleaning videos and I'm like, why am I not doing that? For example, one thing I saw someone do that I have done is when I'm loading the dishwasher, put all the forks in one section, all the spoons in one section, and all the knives in one section, because when you take them out, then they're easier to put away in your drawer.
I've done
Brilliant.
that sometimes.
Brilliant! I mean, why did I think of that? So anyways, you just see things that are interesting and make what you're doing easier because it's a different way of doing it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks, Amy, for being in my video. This is so fun. We'll have to do this again. Maybe episode 2 will be cleaning your kitchen, because I think that's the second dirtiest place in your house. I would like to do appliances. I don't know. I know, like, when I clean my stove, for example, I usually wipe it out before I would do the self-cleaning thing, but I think that would be an interesting video to do, how to clean kitchen appliances. So maybe we'll have to revisit this soon. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you soon. Bye, everyone.
Bye.